host, Alexander Zapeta, and today we have a very special episode. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do combat in D&D. And here to help me is my good friend, Justin Rivera. Justin, how are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. So Justin, tell the people about our history with playing D&D together.
So it was about 8 or 9 months ago. I hit Alex up, and he convinced me to join his D&D campaign. And ever since then, we've been going back and forth, DMing different campaigns.
Yeah, and I gotta say, I've had a lot of fun having you play in my campaign. You've done a lot of creative stuff, and when I played in your campaign, you're very creative in the way you tell your stories. And I'm really glad that you can join me here today. So today what's going to happen is you're going to DM a little combat scenario for me. And my character that I've been building over the past couple of weeks, Stannis, is going to be fighting somebody.
Okay, sick. You've been walking through the woods for a very long time, and you stumble upon this destroyed, desolate city, rubble of buildings long gone. You see pillows of smoke coming from burnt buildings. You keep on walking, and you stumble across the middle of the town. And in the city center, you see a bunch of burnt, hollowed out bodies, skeletons, and on top of the bodies are a goblin that's eating pieces of the burnt flesh and the remaining flesh, and they have snot and blood dripping down their face. What do you want to do?
I go up to the goblin, I put my hand on my sword, and I say, "You there, you foul thing. Get away from them."
The goblin turns its head and snarls at you and creepily claws down the body like a very malnourished cat.
I draw my sword and I point it at the goblin. I say, "Come at me, you fiend."
So the goblin takes the pile of flesh that's in its hands and throws it at your feet. Now, roll for initiative.
Now stop. What does it mean to roll for initiative? You see, every character sheet and every monster will have an initiative bonus. And when you roll for initiative, it determines who gets to go first when you fight. So right now, I'm going to roll my initiative. Okay, so I got a 17 plus 1. That's going to be an 18.
I got an 18 plus 2, so that's going to be a 20. The goblin is going first. Sucks for you. What is your armor class?
My armor class is 18. Armor class. That's pretty important when you're playing D&D. You see, armor class determines whether or not a creature can hit you. So if the creature rolls higher than your armor class, then that's a hit. And the same goes for when I attack the goblin.
The goblin takes out his short bow and shoots at your general area, and it has no real sense of aim because it's like a decrepit goblin, so it just sort of shoots at you. Because of how short-sighted I'm guessing the goblin is, he misses, obviously. So now it's your turn.
So because the goblin missed, that means he rolled lower than an 18 and wasn't able to hit me. I'm going to attack with my mace.
Okay, sick.
I got a 17 plus 5, which is 23.
23.
No, 22. Apologize.
22. That is definitely a hit. So you walk up to the goblin, and you have this confidence because you're not really scared of it. It's like you're like pushing an annoying chihuahua away from you. So you just take a mask and you go, and you just hit it right across the face. And then roll.
So I got a 6. That's going to be 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage. So the goblin is severely wounded. The goblin is sort of like almost knocked out, but it's still kind of breathing, and it's kind of sad, and it's just very labored, and it's like so the goblin then jumps on you but fails to scratch you because of his injuries, and he's sort of weak. Is there anything you want to do? Show mercy, maybe?
I'm gonna attack the goblin again, this time with the mace.
With the mace? Okay.
It's gonna be a 13.
A 13. Oh, okay. So is that plus the?
Yeah, it's just a base. It's a 13. The 8 plus 5.
8 plus 5. Okay, so you miss somehow. So I guess your cockiness, you end up just going, and then you sort of trip over the goblin.
I want to use a bonus action. Now, what's a bonus action? Bonus actions can be pretty important in D&D. In every class, each character can use their bonus actions to do something else. My character is a paladin, and because he has 2-weapon fighting, I can use a second weapon to attack with a bonus action. Let's say you're a bard, you can use bardic inspiration in your bonus action. Your bonus action is separate from your actual action. That way you can continue to use your action in combat. So I want to draw my short sword in my other hand and try to attack the goblin with it. Okay, I rolled to attack my short sword, and I got a natural 20. Now, nat 20s, those are pretty big. Basically, when you get a nat 20, it's a critical hit, which means that you do double the damage that you could have done before. Now, the opposite of a nat 20 is a natural 1. With a natural 1, it's a critical fail, and the DM can have you fail in any type of epic way, either hurting yourself or causing damage to the rest of your party. But I got a nat 20, so let's see what happens. So because I got a nat 20, I'm going to roll 2d6 instead of just 1. And I'm going to do 5 points of damage.
5 points of damage. Awesome. So you go up and you said you want to decapitate it?
Yes, I would like to decapitate the goblin.
Okay. So you go up to it, to its side, and you kick it over on its chest. And then in like a swoop, almost like you're joking, sorta, you just go and you chop its head off. And it rolls over a little bit, and all you see is just the inside of the head. You have officially killed this goblin who could have been innocent, who could have and expanded the campaign. You killed this goblin. What would you like to do?
I want to go over to the local pub and celebrate my victory. Justin, thank you very much for joining me in this video and helping me teach people how to do combat in D&D.
Thank you for having me.
So, over the past couple of weeks, I've taught you how to play D&D, how to create characters, how to create campaigns, and how to fight in D&D. But hey, that doesn't mean the D&D content is going to stop coming. I have plenty of great content coming your way. Stories about the time that I played D&D with my friends, stories of other people playing D&D and the adventures they've had, and all types of fun stuff. So make sure you tune in next time for the next episode of the Questing Guild. And until next time, best of luck on your adventures, traveler.